Hello guys, on today's video we're going to talk about algorithm. In our previous video we said that we have two essential tools in programming, that is algorithm, which means steps, flowchart, which means graphics. Make sure you watch our previous video so that you can understand what is going on in this video. In programming, when you design a program, there are two phases that are involved. One is problem solving. When you solve a problem, you use algorithm creation. The next is implementation phase, which involves the translation of algorithm into a program. So in this video, we're going to talk about problem solving, that is creation of algorithm. When we talk about algorithm, it is the step-by-step instruction of solving a problem. So you describe how something is done. So algorithm is not a program. It is written in English, simple English, just like when you're writing a sentence. But in this, we write with steps. So algorithm, you use your pen and a book or a paper to write. To understand algorithm, you have to understand the recipe. Most of you know how to prepare a dish. That is what we mean by recipe. Instruction of preparing a dish, like you're preparing fish, you're preparing meat, you're preparing ugali. That one is a recipe. To prepare a recipe, you need an instruction, you need ingredients, and you need the output. So let us look at an example of a recipe whereby we are cooking rice. To cook rice, we need ingredients whereby we need rice and we need water. The instructions are you wash the rice in running water until it becomes clean. Then you soak it for 20 minutes. Then you add 3 cups of water. Then you simmer the rice for 15 minutes. Then you serve. Those are what we call instructions. So we have the recipe of rice, then you have the ingredients, then you have the instructions. The same thing with algorithm. We have said that algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. So the same thing with algorithm is a procedure, recipe is a procedure. In a recipe we have ingredients. In algorithm we have input. Ingredients are what you put in or what you have, the components that you have. In algorithm we have input. What are the values that we have? X, Y, Z. We have instructions in the recipe, and in algorithm we have the procedure, the steps that are there. Then at the end of the recipe you get a dish. At the end of the algorithm you get the output. So it is very easy to understand algorithm when you understand a recipe. So we have said that in algorithm is a set of steps. We have 3 things involved: input, process, and output. Input is the value you put in. The process is the task that you take, and the output is the value that comes out. In algorithm, there must be the start, a middle, and the end. And it is a good idea to number the process as steps. So you say step 1, 2, 3, 4. You name them as step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, like that. Then you can write multiples of algorithm. If you are in a group of people, everyone can write his own algorithm, then to solve one individual problem. Then you can compare the algorithms, then you come up with the fastest algorithm to solve a problem. That is how you come up with the best algorithm. To create an algorithm, you must satisfy the following criteria. 1. Input. An algorithm must have 0 or more input. So input can be 0. The output must have 1, at least 1 or more. So you cannot have 0 output. You must have 1 output. Something has to come out as an output. Definiteness. Each step should be clear. You should state each step clearly. Anyone should be able to understand what is going on when they read the algorithm. Finiteness means that it should be terminate after some time. It can terminate, so it should have an end of the algorithm. You cannot write an algorithm without an end. Effectiveness means that every step must easily be convertible into program. So every step that you have, it should also be easily convertible into a program. If you give someone else an algorithm, he should be able to convert that algorithm into a programming language. An example of an algorithm is to add two numbers entered by the user. The first step is start. So we said we start as a first step. Then the last step is stop. So we have step 1 as start, step 5 as stop. In between there, you must have an input, a process, or an output. So step 2 is an input whereby we are entering or you are reading three numbers whereby there's x, y, and this sum. Step 3 is a process whereby we are adding the two numbers whereby we are adding x and y and assigning the value to sum. So there's a process, there's a calculation that is going on. That is what we mean by a process. Then step 4, we have display sum. That is the output. What is going to come out as output? That is sum. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and like my video.